Mine was selfish. It was fit. I knew I was going to be the best business leader here. I can take that angle.
I mean, I just remember my interview with Jim, and you have your interview before, they give you an acceptance letter, see if you're a right fit for Georgia Tech, and he's tough on you at first and make sure that your answers are, but then once he understands that you're really focused on your career and ready, they just really opened up to me, and he said, where do you want to be in 2 to 3 years? Where do you want to be after this program? And after I gave my answers, just the support from them was incredible. And Jim was, I am here so you get that job that you want when you get out. And I didn't get that at any other school. I didn't get that personal attention of, my goal is to make sure you hit your career goals. And that just sold me on the program.
Yeah, totally. Like, that's like the fact that I would go to other info sessions. No one else ever talked about the fact that, like, job placement numbers and helping get a job and that kind of stuff. But at the at the info sessions at Tech, it was all about career placement and where you want to go and that kind of stuff. For me, when I was coming back to school, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make a big switch. I wanted to get a new job. I knew that's why I came back to school, so that was really important to me that they brought that up. And then the fact that, Jim believes in you when you bring it, like, he's part of the interview because he want to make sure that you can get a job.
Which is really rare to have somebody from career services in on the admissions interview.
Yeah. So I really like that aspect of it, that when I got accepted, I was like, he knows he can get me a job, and that's what I want from a program. So.
Especially Georgia Tech is a great brand to be associated with. It's known both nationally and internationally, and it's very well known for technology and operations. The career services placement rankings are very high, and all these factors were perfect for
me to join.
So you
came straight from India, right? Were you working in India beforehand?
No, actually I was working here for a few years, 4 years. And I did apply to schools in Singapore, India, and US, and then finally I really thought this was the perfect place. The very highly interpersonal, small class size in a large institution, that's a good factor to be associated with.
Yeah, a little bit of both worlds.
Yeah. I would say I was more cemented on Georgia Tech even before my interview. It was more that I wanted Georgia Tech.
Well, you were an undergrad here, right?
I was an undergrad. But some people say it's a disadvantage to come from the same undergrad and go to your MBA. But I knew I came from College of Architecture. We have very few College of Management undergrads who come to the program. And so I was worried at first that might be frowned upon going twice. But actually, the culture is the same. I felt at home here. I knew I'd thrive here. I knew the program was going to support me in the way I really wanted it to. So I walked into my interview trying not to have the buyer's face of just like, please accept me, because I knew I already wanted to be here if they wanted me. I was firm that this was going to be the right place for me to excel. It was the best fit. And that's something like, when we're talking to prospective students, I hear a lot of is, how'd you pick it, why'd you pick it? And I say, it's got to fit you. Whatever it is, it has to be the right fit, or you're not going to be, the top business person that you can be when you leave.
That's something I noticed in the class as well. All our classmates are very down to earth, humble. They're not afraid of rolling up their sleeves and working, out in the field as well. And the class is perfect for the interpersonal atmosphere. So,
yeah, especially like, I know our program isn't huge, but that's what makes it really good. Is the fact that you really know your classmates. Like, I knew JK was working at Sears. Like, I know Angela's going to North Hollywood. I know you're going to Booth.
You probably heard too much.
So you know everyone's going, and it makes it a really good, like, not even a selling point, but like, say if someone comes in next year and they're like, oh, I really want to work for this company, I'll be able to be like, oh, I know 2 people who work there. Like, it's not even like, oh, let me go ask career services. Like, you know what people are doing, or you know interest. You help people. Like, when I came in, I want to do brand management. They're like, oh, talk to these people. They all want to do brand. So you can learn more about it. I like the fact that everyone knows what everyone's interested in.
I had the same situation. I had a prospective student who just signed, and he really wanted to get a consultant. He didn't have a consulting background, but he knew I did. So he, I spent about an hour with him on the phone, just talking about, what his career goals are, how Georgia can get you there. And he was a little apprehensive, saying, oh, well, you did consulting and now you're going back, so it was easy for you. But, and I said, hey, I know 3 guys right off the top of my head that have very similar background to you and are now at, great consulting companies after school. So, and I passed their information along to him and said, get in touch with these guys if you feel that, get their advice on how to switch over.